Hey, sugar gliders. Hey, babies. Hey, girl. Alright, guys, so these are the two little girls that I'm trying to find a home for. I have actually picked names for them. I try to do this video whenever they're a little more active because I wanted you guys to kind of see more of them. I know in the other video that I did, it wasn't too clear. You can see they're having fun and they're gliding in there. This is a temporary cage that they're in. I just have them in here for now for temporary bonding purposes. I am working on socializing them still. Mosaic Girl, this one right here, she's really sweet actually. She's reaching for my hand. She's super sweet temperament. She is pouch possessive, but once you get her out of the pouch, and the other one is pouch possessive too. But once you get these guys out of the pouch, they actually calm down quite a bit. Now these two are babies. They're about 5 months old. And to the right family, I will be willing to ship them. I know in my original video I said I wasn't willing to ship them. I am willing to ship them. However, I will not be shipping them the closer it gets to December because I don't feel like taking that risk. Sugar gliders, they do thrive better in higher temperatures. If it gets too cold, pretty much they can die if they get too cold. They can experience hypothermia, and I wouldn't want you guys getting dead sugar gliders upon arrival, so I won't be shipping them the closer it gets to the colder weather. So really, if you want them shipped, now is the time to try to get them shipped. It would be through United, and the shipping would be about $200. That's the cheapest that I've found it for the area that I'm in. That's just how much it costs to get it shipped through the airlines. So if you guys are interested, I have different prices depending on which option you want to go with. If you want to go ahead and have them shipped because you live in another state, then the total for them alone and to have them shipped, of course, they will come with some basic apple slices and grapes. They can't really come with anything that'll perish, just in case it's a long trip, because some of the flights are kind of long. But you will also get real-time tracking with that. And I will try to pack as many treats as I can. I'll probably include a whole container of yogis in there. So that you can have some kind of treats for them when they arrive, but you will have to purchase their cage and everything. Now, again, just in case I didn't mention, the entire cost to have them shipped is $600, and the reasoning for that is because it's $200 just for the shipping alone. Also, they do need a health certificate to travel through the airlines, through my airport, so they would have to go to a vet, but the good thing about that is that they are guaranteed on their health that way. So it would be about $100, $50 each for them to get their certificate of health from the vet. And then that pretty much makes them only $300 for these two beautiful girls. And one is a standard color and the other is a mosaic girl. And most of the times, if you go to a pet store where they're not going to be as thoroughly socialized, these guys, the mosaic color, they can easily go for $400. So just to give you an idea, this is a really awesome deal. Even with the high shipping prices and everything, you're still getting a really good deal to have them shipped to you. Now, if you want to go local, I am located in Houston, Texas, and I am willing to, for a very small fee, my car is super efficient in gas, so it honestly wouldn't be that much more. I would be willing to deliver them to you. If you live within 2 to 3 hours away from where I am, I could definitely deliver them to you. And that could be an opportunity too, to where if you wanted to meet at a halfway point, Even if you live, like, let's say you live 6 hours away, but you want to meet at a halfway point so that way you only have to drive 3 hours, we can do that too. So that's kind of an option for local people. Now, the pricing for local, if you're right in Houston, would be it would be $500. And for that price, you would basically get the 2 sugar gliders, you would get a cage set. It might not be this cage set. I'm actually gonna let you, whoa, you're so hyper. I'm actually gonna let whoever ends up purchasing them, you will get to actually pick out the fabric for your cage set from a reputable seller on Etsy. So I will include a custom cage set for you guys, and they will come in this travel cage, which is also useful for quarantine. But keep in mind that once they are done with bonding or their 30-day quarantine, and if you have more questions on that, feel free to let me know. But once they're done with that period, you really should invest in a larger cage, because this cage is more of a travel cage. I typically only use it for babies and basically for bonding purposes and while I'm looking for new homes for them. So really it's a really short-term cage. It's excellent for road trips, stuff like that. But it is definitely not by any means a long-term cage. So just keep that in mind. If you guys have any more questions about them, you can feel free to ask me. Like I said, I wanted to do this video when they're more active so you can kind of see them. And I can upload, if you guys are interested, please email me. Ask for my email in the comments, and you can email me to inquire about them. And at that point, I can send you additional photos through email. That way it would be a lot clearer. I can take some photos in natural light and also with lighting, so that way you guys can see their colors more. Standard girl is basically what you would normally think of when you think sugar glider. She is going to be mostly gray. Their belly is white. She has the chin straps. And she also has all gray on, like all black actually, on her tail. So you can kind of see her there. She's the standard color. And her face is all gray and everything. This is Mosaic Girl right here. You can see her tail is mostly white. And she's a lot lighter in the face. And she is white on her belly. She's showing off her belly right there. You're so silly. You want a treat, don't you? Yeah. And then she has a gray body, and she does have some white on her legs. I don't know if you can see that. She's playing with her bedding. Hello, cutie pie. But yeah, basically any questions you guys have, feel free to ask. And in order to adopt these sugar gliders, you do have to be at least 18. If you're under 18, then you need to have your parent contact me, and I need to have your age verified, because these are not just pets you get on a whim. These are actually pets that you should do a lot of research before you get. They are exotic. They do have sharp claws, they're nocturnal, they have teeth, which are very sharp too. They can bite if they're not in the mood to be played with. They can tend to be nippy. These two, they're still babies. They haven't bitten me bad by any means, but it doesn't mean they never will, because there's no telling how they'll react when they're stressed out from traveling, when they're in a new situation. They're used to me, they know my smell, so they're comfortable around me, and I can pretty much stick my fingers in the cage and they're not gonna bite me. But for a stranger, they might crab at you and they might get a little antsy, so they are gonna take some time to bond to you because you're a stranger, basically. Y'all are silly. They're wrestling over there. These two are sisters, and their names that I picked out for them are Plava and Laguna from the Fifth Element. So we have We have Lilu and Corbin. Here's Corbin. Corbin, say hi, pretty boy. That's Corbin. If you can kind of hear that, it's like a little chatter. That's Lilu. She's currently in that pouch right behind Corbin, and they have a little Joey named Vito. I decided to name him Vito because he's a boy. He's a mosaic, after Vito Cornelius from Fifth Element. So we have those. So yeah, everybody's happy and playing and everything, and they got hornworms earlier. You're so cute. Yes, you are. Yeah, and she nibbles, but she doesn't bite me hard or anything. Her daddy has drawn blood from me. I don't know if you can see, but that, like, these red marks are from her daddy when I tried to, that little mark from her daddy when I tried to clip his nails. He didn't like that too much. Okay, well, I'm gonna let these sugar gliders alone, but please, 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 if you guys are interested in these guys, please contact me. The only thing that I'll need in order to hold your place and basically consider them yours is a $100 non-refundable deposit. That deposit will go towards the total. So for example, if you put 100 down, then you have, depending on your method, you either have 500 left, or you have 400 left. And I do offer payment plans. So if that's something that you'd be interested, please contact me. I'm pretty easy to work with, and we can figure something out. But definitely that $100 deposit is necessary. Other than that, it's first come, first serve. And that $100 deposit is non-refundable in the event that you back out, only because that whenever someone backs out of purchasing gliders, it causes an inconvenience for me, because then I have to rehome the gliders, and it's just extra work. And then also during the time that I'm holding them for you, I'm having to continue to feed them. So it's not cheap. Really, you guys are getting these girls for a steal, whoever takes them home. And they're really sweet. I wish I could keep them, honestly, but if I kept every single sugar glider baby, then I'd be in trouble. We'd have like a whole room of sugar gliders, which is my ultimate dream. But not now. All right, bye-bye.